judge again orders records related to the Gableman election investigation to not be deleted. What an attorney for Assembly Speaker Robin Vos had to say.
Also to the continued fallout of the release of the Supreme Court draft opinion.
And the man behind the wheel in a deadly crash now in jail. The charges he's now facing. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. We begin tonight with the ongoing investigation into Wisconsin's 2020 election. A Dane County judge frustrated by what she says she felt compelled to do today. Judge Valerie Bailey Wrinn is ordering records from the Michael Gableman election investigation to not be deleted. That order was directed at the attorneys for Assembly Speaker Robin Vos. It's the second time in 2 weeks a judge has had to do so. A liberal watchdog group, American Oversight, has asked for records from the nearly year-long investigation. Their attorneys claim the legislature and Gableman's staff have deleted many of them. But Vos's attorney today said there is no proof of that.
We've produced for them all the deleted records that we had, 20,000 some emails. They've gone through all of those. Where's the deleted records? Where's the proof?
However, the judge said Gableman, who is an attorney and former state Supreme Court justice, should know what the open records laws say.
Sounds like it's necessary for me to order you to tell them to not delete records, which frankly astounds me. Because there is some evidence that these records have been deleted. Now, I don't know when. Is that continuing? I don't know.
The case will be back in court in 2 weeks when the judge will decide if records in question were properly preserved.
We'll check your certified most accurate forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, we had sunshine for much of the day today, and temperatures were up around the 60-degree mark. That was pretty nice. As we take a look at visible cloud track, you just see some high, thin cirrus clouds moving in from the west. There are thicker clouds farther out to the west in western Iowa, back into Nebraska, Missouri, where there have been some showers. But right now, the northern part of the Midwest, where we are, free of precipitation. Low temperatures this morning, because of the dry air, were pretty chilly. 20s north of Dane County. Here in Madison, right at the freezing mark, 32. Elsewhere, temperatures mainly in the middle 30s. High temperatures, though, warmed up very quickly thanks to that dry air. We went from 32 in the morning to 61 in the afternoon. So that's about a 30-degree temperature swing. Many locations are like that, and current temperatures are still right around 60 degrees, give or take a degree or two. And by tomorrow morning, we'll be in the upper 30s, so the cloud cover will keep temperatures up a bit. We'll see some showers develop south of Madison during the afternoon tomorrow, and then spread northward for tomorrow night and Friday. Tomorrow's high at 59 degrees. Once we get past this week, look for a big change in temperatures for next week. I'll have more on that in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. The leaked Supreme Court opinion has renewed the debate over the filibuster, the 60-vote threshold needed to pass most bills in the U.S. Senate.
The Senate would almost certainly have to get rid of the filibuster to pass abortion legislation federally. Political reporter Will Keneally sees just how likely that might be. Will?
Susan and Eric, the consensus is that if Democrats choose to end the filibuster, this might be the issue they decide to jump on, as UW Madison's David Cannon explains.
I think they absolutely would be willing.
It could be now or never for Democrats if they want to eliminate the filibuster. This would unlock a simple 50-vote majority they could use to pass abortion legislation they've been pushing for already.
And the Senate needs to pass my Women's Health Protection Act. And frankly, if we need to eliminate the filibuster in order to do it, that is what we should do.
Baldwin's bill would allow healthcare workers to provide abortions and eliminate some barriers, like unnecessary medical procedures. She says enacting these protections is necessary.
This would be the first time in history that we have not expanded constitutional rights in our country, but actually taken one away. And it actually sets the stage, frankly, for going even further.
The leaked decision has shaken Senate politics and trust in the court, especially for Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski, who has assured Trump's judicial appointments wouldn't strike down Roe.
It rocks my confidence in the court right now.
Yeah, I think that's a huge issue.
Cannon says even the leak itself can erode public trust in the court. But all this could add a political issue for the fall election. The pro-life movement has been politically motivated by abortion, but
the pro-life position, has won, and so the pro-choice voters now will be the ones more motivated to go to the polls to try to change that, to try to, elect people who will be more pro-choice.
For Democrats to throw out the filibuster, they will likely need help from moderate Republican senators. Who to watch will likely be Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine.
Will, thank you. Meanwhile, Governor Evers appointing 3 people to the UW System Board of Regents today. Dana Wachs, Jennifer Staten, and Angela Adams will replace Michael Grebe, Andrew Peterson, and Corey Saffold. Those terms ended on Sunday. The 3 new regents' futures could hinge on the next gubernatorial election. Several of Evers' picks have not been confirmed by the Republican-led Senate, meaning their appointments could be withdrawn if he does not win re-election.
1 person is dead, 2 others injured this afternoon in a 2-vehicle crash in rural Rock County. Dispatchers say it happened shortly after 12:30 on Highway 213 near County Road B. Highway 213 was closed from County Road A to Highway 11 for just over 2 hours as crews worked to clear the scene. The highway has since reopened. And Madison police say the driver involved in a crash that killed 1 person last week has now been arrested. The 57-year-old man crashed into a tree on Whitney Way near Endeavor Lane just after 2 a.m. last Thursday. His passenger, an 84-year-old woman, was seriously injured and later died. The man faces charges of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle, 8th offense OWI, and operating while suspended causing death. He's currently being held in the Dane County Jail.
Madison police are also investigating an attempted carjacking from over the weekend. It happened at a business off the Beltline after 1 o'clock Sunday. A man told officers he was waiting in his vehicle outside the business when a group of people approached him. They showed a gun, threatened him, and tried to get inside. No one was injured and the car was not taken. Officials at a northwestern Wisconsin oil refinery knew about equipment issues years before a 2018 explosion there. Documents from OSHA include problems with a critical valve malfunctioning days before the explosion and documented erosion on that piece of equipment dating back to 2008. The blast injured 36 refinery employees and contractors and forced the evacuation of many of Superior's 27,000 residents. In the week leading up to the explosion, workers noted in operator logs that the valve was malfunctioning. Still to come tonight at 6, high school students in Janesville learning about potential future jobs.
Plus, the National Guard looking to help service members who dedicated the last 2 years to aiding others during the pandemic. We'll tell you how.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 now at 6.
The lowest prices of the season sale is happening now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 40% off clearance and special buy appliances. Plus, pay no interest for 12 months. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Inside Ashley off the Beltline and East Springs Drive.
Best things in life are free.
Just wait until he hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation? Are you kidding me? Yeah!
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus no interest for 1 year. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Every parent I talk to wants to be sure they're doing all they can to protect their kids from COVID-19. As a Wisconsin pediatrician, I tell them the COVID-19 vaccines for kids has been thoroughly tested and is proven to be safe for ages 5 and up. Getting your child a COVID-19 vaccine is the most effective way to help kids stay safe and in school. Ask your child's doctor what they think.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from fibrings and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
The lowest prices of the season sale is happening now at Ashley. Up to 64% off hot new looks. Plus, get an additional 10% off at checkout. Doorbuster savings throughout the store. And pay no interest for 36 months. Only at Ashley.
High school students looking for a job stopped by the Youth Apprenticeship Job Fair in Janesville this morning. That program is an Earn While You Learn program with a built-in training agreement that provides on-the-job training and related instruction. The training is received on the job where the employer teaches the skills of the occupation.
Right now it's important because our workforce is very limited. Our unemployment rates are very low right now. So when it comes to our new workforce coming in, it will be our high school students. So getting them trained now so they understand what options are out there.
And the bonus with youth apprenticeship programs are not only do you get paid while gaining those skills, they also receive high school credits for working.
Wisconsin troops are coming home after nearly 2 years of service, and they're looking for jobs. The Wisconsin National Guard hosted a career fair this afternoon to provide job access for service members. Troops have been serving on military orders in response to the pandemic. This event helps those individuals transition back into the civilian workforce.
There are a lot of soldiers who came onto these order sets that didn't have employment, so offering this to them as a way to interact in person, face-to-face with potential employers.
Dozens of employers and state agencies attended the event in hopes of hiring citizen soldiers. They are specifically looking at hiring in the healthcare industry. This comes from the staffing shortages during the pandemic. In the spirit of job hunting, the TSA is hosting a hiring event this Thursday and Friday. More information on that can be found on our website, channel3000.com.
Still ahead of Wisconsin, Lunch Lady does something no one else in the state has ever done before.
Plus, Mother's Day is right around the corner. We'll take a look at some of the gifts that could make this year's Mother's Day a record breaker for spending.
And sun today, gone tomorrow. Gary's got your complete forecast when we come back.
At Star N Bank, we think having choices is important, so you can choose the products that are right for your life. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
Menards is your flooring headquarters. We have the flooring for any room in your home, from waterproof vinyl plank to durable laminate flooring and soft and luxurious carpet. All shop flooring is 11% off. Status indoor-outdoor carpet is great for decks, porches, and sunrooms. It's only 39 cents a square foot after sale price and 11% rebate. Get 11% off all flooring right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
If you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you're a target for chronic kidney disease. You can already have it and not know it. If you have chronic kidney disease, your kidney health could depend on what you do today. Farxiga is a pill that works in the kidneys to help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis. And don't take it if you are on dialysis. Take aim at chronic kidney disease by talking to your doctor and asking about Farxiga. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Farxiga. Today's the day to go farther with a partner that provides you innovative solutions for your own personal financial future. Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. back, everyone. Every day is a day to celebrate our moms, of course, but this Sunday gives us a chance to show a little extra love. And it's not just Mom's Big Day. Local florists are preparing for their busiest holiday of the year. At Feli's Flowers, this Sunday brings in 60% of their annual revenue, with florists having to plan the holiday months in advance. That begins with ordering containers, and once they arrive, the rush begins about 4 weeks before Mother's Day.
We start a few weeks in advance trying to just get containers prepped, but the big rush comes at the end because we want to make sure the product is fresh, so it's kind of all hands on deck right away.
Amy says inflation has caused prices to go up a little bit, but notes the flowers should last at least a week, so you'll get your money's worth. If you still haven't placed an order for Mother's Day flowers, you still have some time. Florists say just make sure you have it in by Friday or Saturday morning. And if your mom's not into flowers, you might want to wait until Friday when the bodega returns to Breeze Stevens Field. Admission is free. The gates open at 5 and the event wraps up at 9 p.m. The market features over 60 vendors and lots of goods to choose from. This is the first of 3 markets at the field. The second is set for June 3rd. The final bodega will be held on July 22nd. You can find a full list of all of the vendors on channel3000.com.
Meanwhile, Mother's Day spending is expected to hit another record-breaking high this year, with more people spending more money to show appreciation for the moms in their lives, and that's despite inflation rising to a new 40-year high. Jen Sullivan shows us the top 3 gifts pushing up that spending.
Happy Mother's Day! Moms across the U.S. are going to be showered with a record-breaking amount of love this year. That's because Mother's Day spending is expected to hit historic highs.
We're seeing consumers aren't looking to skimp on loved ones when it comes to events like Mother's Day, even if they're feeling pressures in other parts of their lives.
According to the National Retail Federation, Mother's Day spending is expected to reach a total of nearly $32 billion. That's up $3.6 billion from last year, which was also a record. And that's despite rising inflation and soaring prices.
The increase in spending is not just being driven by something like inflation. It's by more consumers participating in different parts of the holidays and really looking to splurge on their moms.
The NRF says about 84% of surveyed adults are expected to celebrate Mother's Day, and they'll spend a record average of $245.76 a person. The top 3 gifts this year: greeting cards, flowers, and a special outing like dinner or brunch for mom.
Around 57% of those we surveyed said that they're planning a special outing for Mother's Day, and that's up from 49% last year.
The NRF says one surprising thing this year was the focus on jewelry. About 41% of consumers plan to gift mom some jewelry this year. That's the most the NRF has ever seen.
The NRF also says its survey found 27% of consumers wanted to give a gift of an experience like a spa appointment or concert tickets or another activity that she could enjoy throughout the year.
Will this sunshine stick through the Mother's Day weekend? Let's check in with Gary. Oh, you've got some Mother's Day photos.
I do, yeah. Mother's Day forecast, of course, coming up on Sunday. There's Chris Reese and his mom, Julian Seawright and his mom, and Dana Fulton and her mom. And for Mother's Day, it looks like high temperatures will be in the mid-60s. I think much of the day will be dry, but there will be a chance for a shower or thunderstorm late in the day. The better chances will arrive Sunday night. Right now, the upper Midwest, free of precipitation. The air's pretty dry, so we warmed up pretty quickly from temperatures that were around freezing this morning to the lower 60s this afternoon. But down to the south, severe thunderstorms starting to erupt pretty quickly across parts of Texas and Oklahoma, where a number of tornado watches are in effect. There is a moderate risk of severe thunderstorms along the Red River and into much of southern Oklahoma. Now, the severe weather outlook for Monday, this is the beginning part of next week, starts to move more into the plains, including far western Wisconsin. But it looks like as we warm up, our chances for rain actually go down, which is good news. A warm front will lift to the north, and the severe weather threat and the general thunderstorm threat will stay out to the west of us for much of next week. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Showers come back tomorrow. Be a chance of showers south of Madison during the afternoon, but they're likely tomorrow night and Friday for most areas. And then temperatures for the weekend, mild in the mid-60s, about average for this time of year. And again, that thunderstorm chance mainly Sunday night. But then once the storms lift north of us on Monday, temperatures jump up to around 80 degrees or above beginning on Monday and lasting through Friday of next week. That's some good news there. Temperatures right now pretty comfortable here. Low to mid-60s, our part of the Midwest. It's actually colder to the south and west, where cloud cover and showers are keeping temperatures down, but there's that big temperature contrast. Temperatures in the 80s just off the southern part of the map to 40s to the north. That's why the severe weather threat is happening down there. Our temperatures are actually about 10 to 15 degrees warmer today just because of having the sunshine. But you can see the jet stream coming in from the southwest, and that'll eventually start pulling at least some of this moisture northward. The severe weather threat will stay down to the south of us, but notice that split in the jet stream. Part of it going this way, part of it going that way. That's a good setup for severe weather because that just lifts the air, kind of acts like the exhaust pipe of a car, just sucking the air up from the ground and making those severe thunderstorms in the warmer air. And that's mainly along and south of that front. To the north, temperatures are cooler, and you can see we're cool. Temperatures a little bit below normal, but still comfortable, right around 60 degrees or so. A little cooler closer to Lake Michigan. Notice Milwaukee right now at 60 degrees. Again, compared to yesterday, about a 10 to 15 degree temperature rise, which is good news there. As we take a look at our Metro Futurecast for tomorrow, high of 59, but showers will start developing, especially during the afternoon. The better threat for rain will stay south of Madison during the day. You can see this on Future Track. Partly cloudy skies this evening, turn cloudy overnight. That'll keep temperatures in the upper 30s to around 40. The shower chances tomorrow, mainly south of Madison during the day, highs in the upper 50s, but you can see the rain spreading northward tomorrow night into much of the day on Friday before it starts ending from west to east late in the day. High temperatures on Friday in the upper 50s. Rainfall amounts down near the Illinois state line, perhaps as much as a half inch or a little bit more of rain. North of, say, the Dells, probably less than a tenth of an inch of rain. Here in Madison, we're probably looking at around a half an inch of rain, again, from tomorrow afternoon through Friday evening. After that, temperatures jump up into the 60s for the weekend. Again, that thunderstorm chance late Mother's Day into Mother's Day night, and then temperatures in the 80s Monday through Friday, and still staying warm into the early part of next weekend.
All right, Gary, thank you. A Wisconsin lunch lady's positive attitude is earning her national recognition. Stephanie Shelley started out as a substitute teacher, but later discovered a love for nutrition. Now she is the first in Wisconsin to be named the School Nutrition Association's National Employee of the Year. Holman's enrollment is about 1,200 students, and Shelley knows most of her students' names. Her humble nature won't allow her to believe she's worthy of this honor, but her students disagree.
Every day coming in, smile on her face, making everyone happy.
Golly, I gotta say, she's one of the coolest ladies there is here.
Oh, that's so nice. She'll receive an all-expense paid trip to be recognized in July at the SNA's National Conference in Orlando.
And the Packers finally have their opponent for when they head across the pond this fall. We got more on that international matchup coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's BOGO Thursdays at Hy-Vee. This Thursday, buy 2, get 2 free on 8 or 12 packs of Pepsi products. And buy 1 standard sushi roll, get 1 free while supplies last. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Fry Construction is celebrating 27 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 27%. That's right, 27%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 27% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Buffalo sauce, hot honey flipped, boneless dipped, Arby's razzled, buffalo dazzled, hot honey $6 boneless wings and crinkle fries deal. Arby's, we have the meat.
Here's to real flavors, real meals, real good. All of Knorr's high-quality pasta and rice sides are now made with no artificial flavors or preservatives. Knorr, taste for good.
At Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that a lush, beautiful lawn should be enjoyed by the whole family. That's why we offer a kid and pet-friendly program to create a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn that your whole family can enjoy. Our program includes effective applications of targeted weed control and slow-release golf course quality fertilizer to achieve real results. Call or Click today for your free quote or sign up now and see the Weed Man difference.
Doesn't your family deserve a Weed Man lawn?
Why would Stanton Optical choose a spokesbird? They're not your typical eye care company. I'm not your typical penguin. We're a team. There's no I in eye care. Wait.
Get 2 pairs of glasses plus a free eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
Save more at Hy-Vee. Frito-Lay party-size snacks, 3 for only $10. Buy 2, get 1 free on select Pepsi products. Choice Reserve Filet Mignon, only $6.99. And Farmland Bacon, only $4.98. Only at Hy-Vee.
A special bank is investing in acts of kindness to improve lives in the 608. We'll show you how it works.
And a Call for Action volunteer shares what helping others has done for her.
Plus, we're watching the temperature trend. 70s and 80s could be on the way. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The stage is officially set for the Packers' first international regular season game. Green Bay will take on the New York Giants in London on October 9th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. These teams go way back, but the last meeting was in December of 2019 at Lambeau. Behind a 4-touchdown performance by Aaron Rodgers, the Packers won. Now, the Packers and Giants London meeting will be considered a neutral site game. As for the rest of next season's schedule, that'll be released next week. And former Badger Alex Erickson is heading to the Washington Commanders. Last season, Erickson played all 17 games with the Panthers, mainly on punt return. And before his one-season stint with Carolina, he was with the Bengals for 5 seasons as a wide receiver. And even without Marcus Smart, the Celtics had no problem taking care of business in Game 2 to even up their series with the Bucks. Boston buckled down on defense last night, holding the Bucks to just 86 points, and they put a primary focus on Giannis, especially in that first half. The Greek Freak only managed 5 points before the break, but across the board, it just wasn't the Bucks' night. Tied up, coming home, and drawing on prior experience to now get the job done.
I think we're pretty consistent emotionally for the most part. Especially everything we went through last year and being able to kind of read and carry through those situations. I think that even though this is a loss, we also know that we're going back home and we're playing in front of our crowd. So emotionally, I think we're pretty good.
The Bucks do get a little bit of a break. Game 3 for the series is set for Saturday with tip-off at Pfizer Forum at 2:30. Wisconsin softball finally getting their border battle doubleheader with Minnesota. The gritty pitchers duel in Game 1 ends in walk-off fashion for the Gophers. Now the Badgers look to avoid the midweek sweep. Now midway through this Game 2, the Gophers threatened to extend their 1-run lead with the bases loaded, but Tessa Magnanimo and company worked themselves out of the jam. Badgers cut it to a 1-run game, but the Gophers capitalize with runners in scoring position. Mackenzie Denson lines out to left to score 2. The Gophers complete the sweep. And Maddie Postick is taking her talents overseas. She will join former teammate Brett Pettit in Sweden. Postick spent 5 seasons in red and white this past year, playing in 36 games where she scored 2 goals and had 4 assists. And the Madison Capitals are Eastern Conference Finals bound. After taking down the top seed last night, the Madcaps will now face the Muskegon Lumberjacks in a best-of-5 series. That begins on Friday. The first 2 games will be on the road before returning to Bob Suter's Capitol Ice Arena.
All right, Jordan, thank you. Let's go to Gary. One final check of the forecast.
Got some sunshine out there. Looks pretty nice. Just some high, thin cirrus clouds overhead. Temperatures right now very comfortable, right around 60, give or take a degree or 2, just upper 50s to the north, lower 60s to our south. Look for temperatures to drop into the upper 30s tonight as skies cloud up. Tomorrow we'll see some showers. The best chances will be in the afternoon south of Madison with high temperatures in the upper 50s. Showers will end Friday evening. The weekend mainly dry. Mother's Day, a chance for a thunderstorm late in the afternoon into Sunday night. But once the storms clear out Monday morning, take a look what happens to temperatures between 80 and 85 Monday through Friday of next week.
Look at that stretch. Yeah, that'll feel great.
Hope you enjoyed spring. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, everybody. Hope to see you back here tonight at 10.